Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast.
Why Piston fans are so mad, and then we'll get to the rest of the interview. Okay, guys, this is why the Pistons fans are upset, okay? And I think it's being lost on Cavs fans, at least ones that are maybe even being like willfully like what's it called? Willfully not actually understanding why Piston fans are mad. So I just want to put this in historical context, okay? The last three games, the free throws disparity is of 46. 10 to 54. I mean 10. 100 to 54 in favor of the Cavs. That has only happened 11 times total in NBA history. It is an unprecedented foul disparity. Think about this, guys. Personal foul count. 78 to 48. 78 to 48. It's plus 4, plus 30. In a 3-game playoff span, that has never happened in NBA history. Yet even the single game margins has only happened of plus 12 free throws have happened only 6 times in the last 5 years. And that happened twice to the Pistons in games 4 and 5. And this would span over 353 playoff games. Now, why this is why the Pistons are upset. Cavs fans rightfully point out that the Pistons fouled the most, I think, than any other team in the league, and they're absolutely right. It's either the first or the second. I should have looked that up. But the Pistons also drew the 4th most fouls in the league, or 3rd or 4th. They were top 5 in free throw attempts in the league. And what the plan of the Pistons really is, and it's not a good plan, by the way, because you're relying a little bit on the refs, but is we're going to foul because we're physical, but we're going to get fouled because we're physical. Detroit, I've been watching Detroit basketball all year, and nothing has changed in the style of offense Detroit is playing. They are winning points for twos. They're getting to the paint. They are doing their thing. The Cavs, conversely, are shooting a bunch of threes like they've been doing all year. But they're also getting these touch fouls, and that's the problem. It seems to me the Cavs are allowed to be physical, and then on the other side, draw and sell and foul bait and flop and get a bunch of calls. And the Pistons can't get any calls because they're not doing that. And when they do it, like Karis LeVert did in the last 20 seconds of that game, he didn't get the foul call. This is why the Pistons are upset. This is why Piston fans are upset, is because of that disparity, but in the historical context, and because of one side being physical and not getting calls, and the other side being physical and getting all the calls. I'll give you there was one point in the game that Mobley foul, for instance, at the last minute of the game that tied the game, was a late whistle and a very, very touchy call. Mobley had control of the ball. Did Tobias reach in? Oh, he did. Was it like a foul? Letter of the law, it's a foul. But then Karis LeVert was also, by the letter of the law, fouled. Okay? And that would have been a touchy call. They didn't call it, but they called it for Mobley. The Asar Thompson foul, that I agree with the no call, like it was a foul, but I agree with the no call, is a touchy foul, would have been like a touchy foul. But they didn't call that one either. So the problem is like, okay, there's a give and take. Like people will be like, they'll post online like a picture of Mobley being fouled while he's dunking. Oh, this one wasn't called. Okay, that's fine. But I can post one where, Paul Reed gets into Jared Allen or Mobley and his elbow gets hit and he finishes, and that doesn't get called either, right? That we're okay with that. We're okay with or Tobias getting a dunk and not getting a foul call either. We're okay with that. That's fine. but be consistent about it. That's the problem we're having. And we know there's no consistency because the numbers back it up. It's not just my eyes. Like, you can try to tell me, don't believe your lying eyes, but you, with the also historical statistics that we are seeing in this series is mind blowing. And I guess, like, I don't want to root. I don't really root against teams a lot, but man, I just think, like, Cavs fans, when you guys play the Knicks, you're not gonna get that. It might go the opposite way, and you guys are gonna be whining. This is what happened. Like, I'll give you an example. This is what happened when so I root for the Lions too, and we had that playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys where there was a pass interference that was thrown, it was called, but then the flag was picked up. Everybody saw it was a pass interference. Everybody agreed it was a pass interference, but it was taken back, right? And the Lions fans attacked Cowboys fans, right? Some attacked the officiating in the NFL, and the Cowboys fans were like, well, you had this moment and this moment, and you did this and that, and they broke it down. And they're not necessarily wrong, but what you did was you made a pivotal call in a moment that changed the trajectory of the game, because the difference between being in field goal range and not being in field goal range, and having a first down and not having a first down with under 4 minutes to go in a football game, which is huge. The very next week was the Des Bryant no catch. And what happened was the Cowboys fans got a taste of their own medicine, and then Lions fans laughed at them. And this is my point. It's like, Cavs fans, you might get a taste of your own medicine in the next series if it comes about the way I think it is. And then are you going to complain to the refs? Just like the Cowboys fans, of course you are. That's the point. It's like, you're going to complain to the refs. So my point is, like, I don't think Cavs fans and Piston fans should really be mad at each other. They should be mad at the NBA for allowing these things to be part of the conversation, because never should they be. If you, like, just think about this, like, Piston fans, if it was not, it's like going into each game and giving the Cavs the last two games a 20-point handicap. If you put that to a 10-point handicap, meaning that the Cavs only had like a 10 free throw advantage or a 12, Pistons would have won the series already. I'm not saying that's what should have happened or whatever. What I'm saying is, because obviously game flow and stuff would have changed as calls are called and not called, right? So I'm not saying that would have happened, but there is a strong possibility. My point is, that's why Piston fans are mad. Just be consistent with your calls. If you're going to call one thing, you have to call the other. Sam Merrill gets called for reaching at in overtime when he bumped Cade and reached in at right inside the half court mark. They finally called it, and Merrill's like, or was it Wade? I can't remember which one it was. It might have been Wade. And Wade's like, why are you calling that? Like, he's like, what why are you calling that? And the broadcast is like, well, he did foul him. It was a foul. And I said, well, the reason why he's mad is because he's been doing that all series, and they have rarely, if at all, called it on him. I don't blame Merrill for being mad, or Wade, or whoever it was. So that's why they're mad. So anyway, that's all I have, guys. I still think, for the most part, the Pistons have had a great season. We'll talk about their exit interview if they get eliminated. But I just wanted to bring out the free throw disparity, why the Piston fans are actually mad. So people that are trying to change the narrative can't change the narrative. By the way, the physicality was there in the Magic series between the Pistons and the Magic. You didn't hear Piston fans complaining about the Magic's getting free throw calls and the free throw disparity. Okay? That series was a lot more physical than this one. So it's not the physicality, it's the consistency that is bothering Pistons fans. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there, guys. Hopefully, I didn't annoy you. We're going to go right into our exit interviews, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.